Hello everyone, this is Sindhu. I'm from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. My topic is services and interfaces, the types overall we see now. What is services? Network services are application at the network application layer that connect users working in offices, branches, or remote location to applications and data in a network. These services typically run on servers. Types of network services: communication service, resource sharing service, information service, authentication service, directory service, security service, application service, network management service, remote access service, and mixed collaboration service. First, we seeing now directly service. The service are mapping between name and its values, which can be variable value or fixed. The software system helps to store the information, organize it, and provides various means of access it. Accounting in an organization, a number of users have their usernames and a password mapped to them. Directly services provides means of storage this information in cryptic from and make available when a request. Authentication and authorization. User credential are checked to authenticate a users at the time and login and or periodically. Users account can be set into hierarchical structure and their access to resources can be controlled using authentication schemes. Domain name services (DNS) is widely used to one of the essential services on which internet works. This system maps IP addresses to domain names, which are easy to remember and recall them IP addresses because networking operators with the help of IP addresses and human tend to reminder websites names. The DNS provides websites IP addresses which is mapped to its name forms the back end or the request of the website's name from the user. Next, the file services. The file services include shares and transferred files over the network. First, file sharing. One of the resources which gave birth to networking was a file sharing. File sharing enables its user to share their data with other users. Users can upload the file to a specific server which is accessible by all intended users. As an alternative, users can make it file shared on their own computer and provides access to intended users. Next, file transfer. This is an activity to copy or move file from one computer to another computer or to multiple computers, which helps to underlining network. But the network enables its user to locate other users in the network and transfers files. Next, communication services. Email. Electronic mail is a communication method and something a computer user cannot work without. This is the basics of today's internet futures. Email system has one or more email services. All its users are provides with a unique IDs. When a user sends email to other user, it is actually transferred between user with the help of email services server. Social networking. Recent technologies have made technical life social. The computer savvy people can find other known people or friends, can 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 connect with them, and can share thoughts, pictures, and videos. Next, internet chat. Internet chat provides a instant text transfer services between two hosts. Two or more people can communicate with each other using text-based internet relay chat services. These days, voice chat and video chat are very common. Discuss boards. Discuss boards provides a mechanism to connect multiple peoples with same interest. It enables the users to put the queries, questions, suggestions, etc. We can be seen by all other users. Other may respond as well. Next are remote access. These services enables users to access the data residing on the remote computer. This feature is known as a remote desktop. This can be done via some remote devices, example the mobile phones or for home computer. Next, application services. These are nothing but providing network-based services to the users, such as a web services based management, managing and resource sharing. Resource sharing. To use resource efficiently and economically, network provides a mean to share them. This may include services, printers, and storage media, etc. Next, databases. This application services is one of the most important services. It stores the data and information, process it, and enable the user to retrieve it efficiently by using queries, database, help organization to make decisions based on statistics. Next, web services. World Wide Web has become a synopsis for internet. It is used to connect to the network and access files and information services provided by the internet services. Next, we can see now interfaces in networking. Networking interfaces may be refers to network interfaces controller or communicate hardware components that connects a computer to computer network interface devices devices that the demarcation point between the telephone carriers local loop and the customers in rings. This interface to network services in the Sun OS 5.8 operating system. Types of interfaces, graphical user interfaces, and a command line interfaces. What is graphical user interfaces? Sometimes known as a WIMP, Windows icons and menus, menus and pointers interfaces. Command line interfaces, graphical user interfaces and command line interfaces. What is graphical user interfaces? Sometimes known as a WIMP, and Windows icons, menus, pointers, interfaces. And next to command line interfaces, it is command users. Some of the common types of includes Ethernet. What is it? A widely used wired interface that employs the cables for the data transmission. Wi-Fi enables wireless communication, allowing devices to connect to our network without physical cables. But the Bluetooth typically used for short range wireless connections between devices like smartphones and peripherals. Fiber optics utilize light signals transmitted through optical fiber for high speed and long distance data transfers. USB Universal Serial Bus, often used for connecting peripheral like printers, external devices, and more. NFC, near field communication, enables short range wireless communication for devices in close proximity. Proximity. Serial and parallel port, traditional interfaces for connecting peripherals through the less communicated common modern system. Cellular networks utilized for mobile devices providing wireless connectivity over large geographical areas. Next, components. Hardware interface, physical connectors and ports on devices. Example, Ethernet port, USB port, Wi-Fi adapters. Software interfaces are virtual connectors that enable communications at the software level. Example, network interfaces in operating system API interfaces. Next, we can see now advantages and disadvantages. First advantages. First one is flexibility. Virtual interfaces allow for dynamical and adaptable configurations, enable easy integrations of new devices or services. Next, interoperability. Standardized interfaces promotes the capability between the different devices and systems, facilitates communication across the devices, hardware, and software will be performed. So, scalability supports the expansion of networks by adding new devices or interfaces, allow for the growth of the network infrastructure. Next, disadvantages. Complexity. Managing multiple interfaces can become complex, especially in large networks, requires careful configuration and maintenance. Next, a security concern. Interfaces, if not properly secured, can be potential entry entry point for cyber threats. Security measures are essential to protect against unauthorized unauthorized access. Next, cost. Implementing and maintaining various interfaces may involves additional cost. Physical interfaces in a particular may require hardware upgrades or implements. Understanding and balancing the advantages and disadvantages is crucial for designing efficient and secure computer networks. Next, what is the relationship between services and interfaces? Interaction. Services utilize interfaces for communication and data exchange. Data exchange interfaces act as a entry point for the accessing various network services. Abstraction. Services often abstract the underlying complexities through well-defined interfaces. Interfaces provides a standardized way for services to internet without exploiting external details. Dependency. Services may depend on specific interfaces to function properly. Interfaces define the rules and protocols for the services they support. Understanding the relationship between the services and interfaces are crucial for designing efficiently and inter interpretability computer network. It allows for the seamless integration of different services through standard communication pathways. Thank you for watching my video, and please like and subscribe the video.